Hello everyone, my name is Gönül Eyüp and I am a student from Eskişehir Osman Gazi University and my department is English Language Teaching. And today I'm going to present you English Pronouncing in a Global World, Week 3 Consonants. Today we are going to talk about consonants. It was prepared by me. Next, all the information I had taken from Future Learn from MOOC. You can go and see all the information there. And the instructor was Laura Rapp. So we're starting with brainstorming about consonants and intelligibility. Why it is important to get understand. Because there can be some misunderstanding situations, such as here, French speakers are known to drop, not to pronounce the consonant H at the beginning of the words. They also tend to make no contrast between English long and short vowels. For example, Hans Concher had wanted to say hit but pronounced eat because they not pronounced H at the beginning, and this sounded more aggressive to other ones. Next is the German Coast Guard interprets the Mayday call "we are sinking" as "we are thinking." This is because German speakers tend to pronounce as an S sound for English TH sound. Next page is consonant clusters and ependitic vowel E. For some non-native speakers, it is not natural to pronounce consonant clusters in English like SK, ST, and SP. For example, in Spain, some of these non-native speakers pronounce it like Spain or Spain. The only thing that we must do is to double the first consonant S as like Spain. So in that way we will find the right way to pronounce it. Now let's move on to the minimal pairs with consonant clusters. Initial consonant clusters. BL, BR. Blick and blick, bright and bright. We add only one consonant to these words. Then GL and GR, for example, lad and glad, room and groom. Then there is some examples too. DR and TR, for example, row and row, race and trace. Then KL and KR, for example, lean and clean. For rush we add K and it's figured out like a crush. Then FL and FR, lie to fly, right to fright. PL and PR, lace as a place, reach as a preach. Now let's continue with them. SK, SL, SM, SN, SP, and ST. Kate, skate, lip, slip, mook, smook, nail, snail, port, sport, ton, stone. DW, okay, let's continue with them. Well, dwell, Guatemala, queen, witch, switch, quit, squid, win, and twin. Even if in Guatemala and queen we can't see the W, and so we still pronounce it. Then there are some other examples, such as rap, crap, and then it becomes crap, lay, then play, and it becomes play, ray, pray, and it becomes spray, rain, train, it becomes strain. And there is some SHR for read, shred. Now continue with minimal pairs with and without aspiration. In B and P, for example, buy, pie, base, pace, bill, pill, bear, pear, bore, pour. When we say the P sound, all the aspiration is go of us. For example, you can use this technique. When you say B, you cannot feel anything. But when you can say P, for example, P, you can feel all the difference between them, let's say. Then medial P is a depend, important, competitor, shampoo, and green pepper. Then difference between D and T, dime, time, died, tide. Again, you can use this technique. Dodge, touch, down, town, dear, tear. Then medial T is attacked, guitar, potato, participant, half time. G and key, goat, coat, gold, cold, ghost, coast, gum, come. This technique can help you to understand how do you pronounce these words. And medial ka, become, raccoon, academy, vacation, military coat. Then we move to the next slide. In English, the consonant L can be pronounced in two different ways, depending on the position of L in the word. The two different pronunciations are called clear L and dark L. Here are some examples. For clear L, our tongue is beside our teeth. For example, light, late. But in dark L, our tongue is on the back of our mouth actually. Full, ball, and even and here you can see that the L is in the end of the word. But in Paul, even if it's not in the end, the letter E we are not pronouncing, so it becomes as an end. And here are some examples of dark L, which are other people pronounce as a clear L. Full, ball, pole, well, pool, and mill. Yes, some speakers do not use these rules for pronouncing. They pronounce dark L as a clear L as well. So why are letters sometimes silent in English? So the first reason is historical. The letter was once pronounced, however, while the letter may not be pronounced anymore, the spelling hasn't changed. One example of this is to, and another example is enough. Then it happened that letters have been added to words in the history of English. One example of this is be in that. The origin form was in fact that without be. The corresponding Latin and word was debitum. Then letters may also be left unpronounced because they occur in a difficult sound combination. For example, NDK in handkerchief, let's say. I cannot pronounce it in a right way, but I hope that you can do it. The last one, a word may be borrowed from a language where the letter isn't pronounced. For example, silent H dropping in French. An example, an hour from an hour. We'll continue with exercise. Which letter is not pronounced? So actually I wanted you to make it, but I think that it will be better if we will make it together. So I will go quickly. Here we are not pronounced the letter B as a bomb, that, yard, indict, muscle, Wednesday, come, honest, night, hope, autumn, psychology, island, listen, castle, who, and answer. I hope that you will find the letters that are not pronounced and write them in the comment. So continue with coming, sign, carriage, our, knee, salmon, walk, talk, them, Christmas, whole, wrong. And at the end, lamp, dot, science, scissors, handsome, foreign, marriage, no, come, receipt, easel, often, wrestle, to, extraordinary. I hope that you can feel all these silent letters, and I hope that you will pronounce them like repeat after me. Then there is some words and phrases with th, the voiceless and voiced. For example, in voiceless there are think, theater, 13, thirsty, thin, think, thanks. Our tongue is between our teeth actually. So thanks to this we can use voiceless letter and voiced. For example, the, there, their, this, that, these, those, then, thus, brother, whether, without. Our tongue is at the back of these teeth. So continue with nouns and verbs of silence T and voiceless T and voiced. For example, breath, to breathe, teeth, to teeth, bath, to bath. And some phrases as well. Tell the truth, happy birthday, word of fortune, another day, throw in the towel. I want you to repeat after me to find that can you pronounce these words or not. So we are moving to these words, so you can see how they're pronounced, but I want you to read all of them, how you can read it usually, and then with these things. So let's start together, I think, again. Guitar, pleasure, giraffe, decision, dialogue, exam, age, genre, luggage, judge, prestige, television, figure, or in figure we must be careful because in American English it's pronounced as a figure, but in British English it's pronounced as a figure. Object, usual, soldier, exaggerate, and organization. Here we can hear the G as in guitar is a G, in pleasure is a like J, in giraffe is a like J, giraffe. Then some S and Z. For example, Sue and zoo, sip and zip, seal and zeal, sink and zinc, Z and Z. How you can feel the difference between S and Z? It's really easy. You must close your ears and at first say C and then Z. When you say Z, you will feel the vibration or in your head actually. Let's try it again together. S and Z. So when you say Z, you can feel the vibration, but when you say S, you cannot feel it. So this is the main difference between them. So let's continue. Muzzle and muzzle, muscle and muzzle again. Fuzzy and fizzy. Then in the middle, advice, rise and rise, those and those, loose and lose, place and plays, ice and eyes. Now we are continuing with R and L. Lies, rise, there is one mistake. Leader and reader, light, right, loyal, royal, collect, and correct. Then continue with berry, belly, prayed, played, glass, grass, angle, anger, heel, and hear. I hope that you could hear the difference between R and L clearly. If not, let me know. And sh and ch, how I remember. For sh, there is sugar, ship, machine, brochure, fish, discussion, issue, ocean, spatial, information. For ch is change, achieve, teach, kitchen, match, question, and nature. Then minimal pairs of sh and ch as a cash, catch, share, chair, sheep, cheap, shop, chop, shoes, choose, she's, cheese, ship, cheap, mush, and much. And there are some phrases with sh and ch, a challenging profession. Phrases when we use both of them. Delicious peaches, she changed, a rich politician, a cheap vacation. Future generations, a short adventure. With all these consonants, we show that even if they had written in a different ways, such as here as a rich politician or generations, future, there is no, we cannot see clearly sh and ch, but we see and pronounce them in other letters. So when some letters come together, they make these sounds. So thank you all for listening to me. Yes. Yeah, thank you all for listening to me. There were the consonants. I hope that I can express my feelings with these consonants. And there is some my comments on the MOOC where you can find all the information. Different pronunciation of consonants seems difficult. They are, but thanks to this course, pronouncing them is going easily. We saw the difference between consonants. We saw them. I usually pronounce th as a t, but I'm trying to fix it and use the natural sound of th. I hope that if you have some difficulties with pronouncing consonants, it doesn't matter which ones, you can go to MOOC and find the correct version of pronouncing them. It's a really helpful platform for learning them. At the last week we mentioned the vowels and here the consonants, so I hope that we will see in the next week. See you!